Hey, JK here. I want to thank you for sharing part of your day with me. Ladies and gentlemen, not long ago I finished my football video. Now we're back for the baseball video. This is going to be week 25. So we have finished the playoffs in some leagues. We are continuing the playoffs in other leagues, and we are in consolation brackets in. But there's one that we are going to be playing out at least one more week to finish out the year, because it's just Roto League. The Cheese Weasels. This week we are still in 5th place and have 95 points. So go figure. We're hovering around there. We'll start with the home runs. We had 3 each from Mr. Taylor Ward and Mr. Spencer Torkelson. We had 2 from Sal Freelick. We had 1 each from Augustine Ramirez, Christian Yelich, and Harrison Bader. Moving on to stolen bases, we had 3 from Chandler Simpson. Again, thank you for joining the party. You're about a week late, but thank you. Augustine Ramirez, you got 2 for us. And then Nico Horner and Harrison Bader got 1 each for us. We got wins from Spencer Strider, Brandon Woodruff, Kyle Bradish, and Jared Koenig? I still don't know how to say it. But he's a relief pitcher. He got 1 for us. Then we got a mixture of saves and holds from Brian King, Abner Uribe, Jojo Romero, Hunter Gaddis, and Jared Koenig. So he is performing well in any capacity for us. So thank you for those contributions. Unfortunately, we missed wins from Mr. Cade Horton because I picked him up and then didn't start him for some odd reason. I don't know what that was about. And then also Spencer Strider, because why would you win against the Tigers? I don't know, but you did. On another positive note, we had 0 blown saves, so that's great. However, something that's not great is the fact that we lost a few guys due to injury. So this last week and a half, 2 weeks, we have been without them. Zach Neto, Brandon Woodruff, and Yordan Alvarez. Very unfortunate about those 3 because they were huge components to my team, even for the little bit of time the Yordan was there. And also Brandon Woodruff. I think he started like 3 or 4 games for us. He did good. So yeah, it's very unfortunate. No one really did bad this week. We actually picked up quite a bit of space when it came to wins. And as I record this on Wednesday night, the last 2 days I've picked up like 5 losses. I'm like, oh my gosh. And some of them been, bad luck losses, but some have just been like, oh, stinking right now. But it is what it is. As we move to the adds and drops, you can go ahead and expect a lot of pitchers here. We did pick up Carlos Correa though. So that was the one non-pitcher we had. Otherwise, Kyle Bradish, Joey Cantillo, Cade Horton, who we pissed away that win, completely forgot about it, and Luis Morales, who got us a loss. And then unfortunately that loss led to him being released, along with some other huge names like Framber Valdez, Pablo Lopez, and then maybe not so big names, Lenin Sosa and El Bradish. So at this point in time, again, we're fighting an uphill battle. We have 3-4 days left to try to pick up wins, improve our ERA. We're definitely not coming back from losses. We already know that. And blown saves, we've done good these last 2 or 3 weeks. 0 blown saves, but still nowhere close to not being last. Home runs, still a thing, but we're not hitting them at a clip we need to. So again, I'm looking, fingers crossed, let's try to be at 100 points. Maybe shoot on up to 3rd or 4th, but I mean, 5th at 90 some odd, mid-90s might be the best we can do. But again, fingers crossed, lots and lots and lots of opportunities left for pitching, but not so much for the position players. We have a ton of spots left to play for catcher and for third base. I think maybe second, we might have 1 extra game, but first, short, outfield, utility, they're done probably tomorrow, being Thursday or maybe even Friday. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Won't be able to accumulate any points from them, but we have a ton of pitching left. So that's what we're going to be shooting for. So we know the Cheese Weasels are going to be focusing on the pitching for this last week. We can now shift over to the Kent Murphy Dingers, where we were in a semifinal matchup with the Rootin' Tootin' Rough Riders. We did best them once in the regular season. We tied once in the regular season. So we know this was anyone's game. And I was talking to him before the matchup because we're friends in real life. And it was either going to be matching up with him and the buzzsaw that was Mr. Cal Raleigh, or match up with a guy that I just couldn't beat. He doesn't have the best team, but I just could not beat him. I have terrible luck against him. So either way, I was kind of up creek without a paddle. And this week, if you have Cal Raleigh on your team, if you have Jose Ramirez on your team, if you had Vinny Pasquantino on your team, if you have Quan on your team, you probably won. And that's exactly what Rough Rider did. He beat me 3 categories to 7. It was a really, really good week for me, though. So much of a good week that I would have beaten both of the other teams that were playing to go to the championship 8-1. So Rough Rider, great team. I had a really good week, like I said before. Pitching wise, over like 84 innings. I had like 97, 98 strikeouts. I had like a 2.4 ERA, a sub-1 whip. I had, unfortunately, I only had like 4 wins, so I lost that category. I mean, those may not sound like sexiest numbers to you, but those are great numbers in my opinion. But let's go ahead and get to some of the individual performances. Matt Olson, you had 3 home runs from me. You had 10 RBIs. You were trying to carry us on your back. Unfortunately, it was a tad too heavy, man. Freelick, you had 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. No stolen bases, though. We had 1 home run from Mr. Alec Bohm, Nick Kurtz, and Mr. Christian Yelich. Mr. Christian Yelich and Alec Bohm both had 4 RBIs. Nick Kurtz, you had 1 RBI. So the 1 home run you had this last week was your only RBI. That is not how you win championships. As we move on over to pitching, we had gems from some of these guys. Brian Wu, of course, Mr. Carlos Rodon, Tyler Wells, Jameson Taillon. Of those 5 starts, though, only 3 wins. Jameson Taillon had such a tough luck loss on Sunday. He went like 7 innings, didn't strike out a ton of people, but he only gave up like 1 or 2 hits and 1 run, and the final score was 1-0. Absolutely no run support. Come on, man. Then we also had a few guys who were doing well, decently well. Nick Pivetta had the lead, but you went 4 2/3. What? And your team was leading like 6-0, 6-1. And then Yuri Perez, brother, you went 4 innings. You had 9 strikeouts. You had allowed 1 hit. And you couldn't stay in for 1 more inning. Keegan Aiken got 3 of our saves. Then Brian Bray, you got the other 2. So we had 5 total saves and we won that category. Now as we move on to the guys that did not do well for us, we have to talk about Eugenio Suarez. Brother, you did not hit a baseball 1 time last week. This week, you don't hit a baseball the first 3 or 4 days I set you. You go off, you hit 2 home runs, and you hit another home run. Cool, thanks for that 1 home run. And then you don't hit anything else the rest of the week. Oh my gosh. You went cold at the worst possible time. And I traded a good bit for you, but it's all good. It's all good. Seager ended up not doing as well as expected. And I mean, Zach Neto is great for him. But anyway, now on to a few other guys that just went absolutely cold. Of all people, Shea Langoliers. I say of all people, Shea Langoliers, because I actually traded Rough Riders, Zach Gallen. You know how Zach Gallen did? He had 2 wins and 15 strikeouts. Also, Riley Green. How are you so good? Like, how? How are you so good but so bad? 100 plus RBIs, 30 plus home runs, and you just decide to go on these streaks where you don't hit a single thing? And it's when I need you? Anyways. Nick Kurtz also, we already talked about, you had 1 home run, you had 1 RBI. And to round out the offensive stats, stolen bases. 0 stolen bases from Freelick and Terang, and only 1 from Mr. Chandler Simpson. And we talked about him having 2 in another league because I started him when he got the 2 stolen bases. Those 2 wouldn't have helped, but still would have been nice, man. Put it a little closer than it was. Jeez. As we move to the Ads and Drops, you'll be able to see them right there. But we're going to go ahead and reflect on the Kent Murphy Dingers for the 2025 season. Feel really good about it. Number 1 team in the league, 18 wins, first round bye, but unfortunately did not end like we wanted to. We are still playing for 3rd. I think we'll get our buy-in back or whatever it may be. Again, just happy with the trades we made this year. Happy with who's made or most of them. Definitely wish we could have won, but it is what it is. we're going to have to try to recreate that next year. But I feel like we have really great pitchers going next year. Offensively, we made a move for a big-time third baseman because we had another injured third baseman, and he fell flat. It's unfortunate. He just, whereas you were supposed to lead me to the championship, and you were dragging you at this point. Unfortunate. Actually, a home run tonight. I don't Gardens. Alec Bohm hit me a home run, so that's good. I could have had two. Again, great year. Happy with the overall performance. Not happy with how it ended, but it's all good. Now we're going to move to the ESPN leagues. There are 3. One of them did end because we are in the consolation bracket. 2 of them are still going on. One of them were in the championships, and looking at the Monday stats, we were leading like 11-1 or 11-2. Looking here on Wednesday night, we're only leading 9-7. Now, a lead's a lead. I only need to win by 1, right? But I'd rather not be that close. I'd rather go back to like the 11-1. I'd rather be leading like that. But still lots of time for me to continue to implode. But it's all good. It's all good. We're gonna try to go with it. The only other team that's still going ESPN-wise is the Petrie Purgatory team. We are currently leading. Now, the other guy, who was also the 18-win team, we both just flubbed up. He started like 8 more pitchers than me, and at this point in time, I'm winning. And I have 8 more pitchers I can use in him right now, so I feel confident I'm going to win, so I'll be third. Don't want to jinx it, but feel good about it. And then the team that is done is the Russell My Gym Jams team. We were able to come out with another big win, 12 categories to 2 categories to 2 categories. We beat the commissioner. So yeah, that was kind of nice. We were not playing for 3rd place. We're actually playing for 5th place. So we won. That's good. You can see the adds and drops right there. I don't know if he was actually playing. I was. Yeah, that was nice. Not going to go over who did well for me. But yeah, I do want to go over this last team, though. The Funky Junky Joker Monkeys. Yes, this team was in the championship, and we were going against another team that was an actual buzzsaw as well, because they had Nick Kirch, but as you can go ahead and kind of think, he didn't do much. So, what does that mean? It means we won, baby! 527 to 433. First championship of 2025. 3rd and a half championship overall for this channel. I say the half because we tied in that one league and the tie went to the higher seed. So I'm still counting that as a win, even though it was crappy. Whatever. Anyway, top scorer was Ronald Acuna with 47. Thank you for coming to life at this point in time. Super late in the game, but you did it. Next, we have Jeremy Pena with 40 points, multiple home runs, RBIs, making big plays. And he was also a key contributor for the Rough Riders. So, yep, he's a reason why we lost and a reason why we won. That's good. Freddie Peralta with 31. And then we had 9 guys with at least 20 points. Woo! That's huge. On the other side, we had a few guys that didn't do too great for us, but obviously didn't matter too much. Mitch Keller, you got us 8 points. Not the sexiest outing, but you did what you needed to do, brother. Simeon Woods Richardson also only got us 8 points. I'm not really a big fan of him, but he had been doing well. I was like, oh, let's go ahead and throw you out against the Indians. Nope. Then we had someone only get 5 points for us. That was Pablo Lopez. He only went 4 innings, though. He got hurt, so that's very, very unfortunate. Wish he wouldn't have got hurt, but also wish he would have pitched a little better for us. It's okay, though. Not the worst thing in the world, again, because we didn't need you. And then Bailey Ober. You got me 0 points. How are you so good, but so bad? God bless America, dude. Like, you make me so mad. I could have had Zach Neto for you. We had to make sure that we had 13 starters because anything crazy could happen. So we did pick up a few pitchers, but one of the best pickups we had was Harrison Bader. Now, started with the Cardinals, and then I think he went to the Mets and went to a few other teams, the Twins, and now he's with the Phillies and doing well. Doing well for a few of my teams, actually. Someone else I really liked that we picked up was Dalen Lyle, outfielder for the Nats. He's a younger guy. I'm glad that he was called up. He's putting some work in for him. I won't say reckless out there, but he goes full throttle. So definitely happy about that. Picked up Alexander, picked up Cantillo, picked up Holmes. So we were doing our thing. And of course, Samuel Richardson. So we were doing our thing pitching wise, making sure we had enough guys. And then the drops did include Jeremiah Jackson. That was tough though. I think I might want to get him back, or maybe look into drafting him next year, depending on what he's doing with the Orioles, because I thought he was really good. Lugo, 35, going to be 36 offseason, back issues, wasn't sexy this year. Bailey Ober, tired of your crap, man. Lenyn Sosa, loved you, man. You really did great for me, but you're a White Sox player. I don't know if I can trust you. Maybe. I'll see you again next year, old friend, but obviously we didn't need you anymore here. And then Jose Ferrer had to get rid of a few bullpen guys because we had to have some pitchers. So, yeah, that was the adds and drops. We had the third most points, but the only reason we had the third most points was because the two guys ahead of us did have first-round matchups in the playoffs. 18 wins, number one team championship. So excited about that. So again, we did bring a championship to this channel in baseball. Looking to bring two if I don't collapse. And yeah, I'm very excited about this. I'm looking forward to hearing about your teams and your offseason acquisitions. I'm already looking forward to next year in these leagues. Not trying to wish it away, not trying to wish the time away, but just I love fantasy baseball. I love baseball season. And my Yankees clinched a playoff spot. And tonight, tied for first place in the AL East. Let's see if we can get the AL East clinched, get those Blue Jays out of there, make a historic comeback. Not as historic as the Guardians, the Indians. The Indians, 15 half games out at one point in time, less than 1% chance. They're going to the playoffs. I'm pretty sure they're going. Because they are absolutely dismantling the Tigers. Let's simmer down. My blood pressure's going to get up. Thinking about how the Yankees break my heart. As always, this is JK, and I want to thank you for sharing part of your day with me.